there, and happy Tuesday. I'm coming to you live from my stamping studio for Kelly Muller's virtual stamp party card number 2 today. And I'm pulling out something new and different again. So I feel like every day it's something new, different. Halloween, Christmas, all occasion, every day, happy birthday. And I've just been having fun pulling out all sorts of different things for you guys. Hey there, Angie. Thanks for joining in. And with that, I decided to pull out something new and different, pulling back some paper that I've already used for Halloween and bringing out the stamp set Clever Cats. How cute is that little cat that's peeking out of the pumpkin or the jack-o'-lantern there? So I thought, oh, let's pull out the Clever Cats and do something with that today. And I'm excited to show you guys how I put it together, and hopefully Kelly will enjoy that too, and the people that are ordering from her party as well. So let me get my, let's see, my iPad caught up here, and if it's not, I'll just look for messages from you guys or questions that you might have too on the comments. Hi there, Mary. I'll put down my iPad and I'll get my camera moved around here like so. And then you guys can see again in a better view what I'm making. Hi, Joyce. So here's the Hey Crazy Cat. I almost wish in the stamp set that there was something that said, Hey Crazy Cat Lady, because there's a lot of friends that I know that love cats. I love cats. We have an allergy in our family, so we can't have house cats, but we have farm cats, and we love cats. I grew up with tons of cats, like literally tons of cats. That's a whole nother story, because that story is kind of unbelievable. And my family still teases me about my obsession with all my cats. So this is Kelly Muller's card number 2 for her virtual stamp party. And here is the Clever Cats. So I made this one obviously look very Halloween-y. And the paper here is that Beetlejuice paper that Kelly talked about last week. She's like, hey, that looks like Beetlejuice. And the Clever Cats, what drew me to this is I always think it's kind of fun to pick up something new for Halloween that's kind of fun and whimsical. And so I thought, well, that kind of fits the bill for that, to make things look Halloween-y. But I also thought the cat and some of these different sentiments could be for any time of year, like Hey Crazy Cat. You could, you know, put happy birthday with that. And then really, I've been this cute all 9 lives. That could be anything, you know, for any occasion too. So I think that's kind of fun. Hey there, Connie, you must be off work already. Good to see you here. And then this, I want to put something together with this, the cat in the box. Like if you own a cat, you know, cats love boxes. And I think it would be fun to pair something up with this and Christmas, because I always think Christmas is like a cat's favorite time of year, because there's so many more boxes and cats love boxes. So be on the lookout in the future for me to put something together that's not Halloween with this stamp set, Clever Cats. And that is also coming from the new mini catalog. Today, the things I'm using are only from the mini catalog, nothing from Celebration. So just kind of focusing on that. And it's on page 53. So there's the Clever Cats. And then all sorts of fun little ideas there. And if we scoot back a page, last week I made the cute little treat boxes with the tombstone treat boxes and all these things. Well, today I'm using the paper from there and that ribbon from there and those fun little stars from there too. So that's what I love about the coordination of Stampin' Up! Is that you can easily put things together. Oh, and on the same page, I don't think I mentioned it, has Clever Cats on the bottom where Clever Cats is. There's also black glimmer paper, and they brought that back. So they kind of bring it back and forth, and I think they notice that it's not used a lot throughout the year, but it is used when it is Halloween time, or even Christmas too. So the black glimmer paper's back, and I think I need to order some more because this is what was left. But I'm kind of surprised. I'll be surprised how many cards that I can probably still get out of this, because when I use the glimmer papers, I'm just using little bits and pieces and such, and I'm sure your packages often look like this when it comes to that kind of specialty paper. Hey there, Lisa. Thanks for joining in. So let me put my stamp set away, kind of clear off my workspace here. So last week I kind of punched out the cute little pumpkin and cat and different things here, and so that's where that's coming from. And then in that same package of 6x6 Halloween, cute Halloween paper, I thought these little scratches for paper would look really cute with a cat. And as I kept going, I thought, well, no, how about the stripes? You guys know I like stripes. That didn't make the cut. So this one made the cut, as well as, whoops, I have this showing, but this. So I thought it's kind of fun. These could be colored in. If you love, love, love to color, you could take the time to color in the little candies on there, but I'm just using it in the black and white. And then I'm using the pumpkin pie and black striped paper there. So that's where that is coming from. But yeah, lots of options still in there too for different card and different layouts too. If you had a package and wanted to make a whole bunch of these cards, you could just play around with all sorts of different combinations too. Let me do the die cutting on this first. I had to think, like, this isn't the order that I put my own card in together, or how I put my card together before I came live, but this is how I want to do it for you guys. I always have to take a step back, like what makes the most sense to make it for you. So I just have a piece of basic white. Actually, I'm going to kind of scoot my camera angle a little bit better there so that you guys can kind of see. Oh, my phone's going to fall out. Hold on one second. There, I feel like you can see a little bit more. I just try and get Kelly's or the host code in there too, but I think the most important thing is seeing what I'm doing. Okay, so here's the basic white square. I cut this 2.75 by 2.75. And for that, I'm pulling back out, once again, the Stitched with Whimsy dies. And this is the one that's just a shade less than 2.75 by 2.75. But there's all sorts of different shapes and sizes. I was going to try and do something with that rectangle shape in this, and it just wasn't coming together how I wanted it to look. And I'm like, okay, so that kind of shows you the size that I'm using compared to the rest of the sizes in there. And I've used lots of different ones for you guys too. And this is the only thing that I'm die cutting today. I just kind of wanted to have a little bit of a frame so that it wasn't so blah, and I love the stitched look of that. Just adds a little bit. So I'll run that through and then peel that off there. And then let's do the stamping on here. The Clever Cat stamp set is photopolymer, so I wanted to be sure and get out my little Stampin' mat here, and I'm going to do most of the stamping with my Memento black ink pad. And I'm going to start kind of on my base. I just kind of twist this around like, okay, what looks like it should be the base of my little square here. So it should be equal and even, but sometimes one looks a little bit better than the other. So this I'm just going to try and center my little jack-o'-lantern, and this would be fun to even get out your Stampin' Blends and color in the pumpkin with that. And I went for Let's Go Easy today. And so I'm going to use my pumpkin pie ink pad because that's the same color as the rest of my card base that I'm using today, and the pretty DSP. And then they have just this little hunk here that is perfect for doing just kind of a, I call it a casual fill-in, because when it's a casual fill-in, it's not 100%. It kind of just gives it a block of color, but it doesn't fill it in perfectly. And some people that might drive them crazy. I kind of like the look because it just kind of gives it more of that whimsical look of, hey, it just is a splash of color. You could, you know, color it in, like I said, with the markers if you don't like that look. So then the rest of these here, I'm going to use, so I kind of wanted the spider to come down to a certain point. Oh, actually, before I get too far, we have to add that cat. So the cat there, if you see the card, you might start to think, like, how did she mask that or make it so you only see that? Actually, that is a stamp that only that much of the cat is on. So that makes it nice and easy, and with this being photopolymer, makes it super easy to line up that cat. So it looks like the cat's just peeking, and on purpose I kind of put more of a line in between there to give it more emphasis that that the cat's peeking out there. Now I'm going to get to the spiders. If anybody knows me, I hate spiders, have a huge fear of spiders, not even funny at all. And so this is a cute one though, so we're not going to be afraid of this one. And I want to extend its little little cobweb there, so there's like this dotted stamp in the set. And so I'm just going to bring in a piece of scratch paper so that I can go from the spider up into the top of that piece of cardstock there, straight up, and then it goes off on the paper and I don't get it on my workstation there or somewhere else on my card. And then we just get to add the sentiment, and that's the "Hey Crazy Cat," like so. And I'm just going to stamp that up here like so. Tried to avoid the little stitching. I kind of hit it with the exclamation point there. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. But on this one, I thought, let's try and avoid it and see if it shows up a little bit better. So hey Crazy Cat. And I like the font because the font kind of matches the nice look of the cute little cat there too. So that's all the stamping on that. And then we can just assemble. So I've brought in all these pieces of fun papers and such, and so I'm just going to put those down, mostly eyeing them. This one I cut 4 by 2 inches, and like I said, this is 6 by 6 designer series paper, so that makes for a nice clean cut. The 4 by 2 inches, you can get quite a few little strips out of there. And then this one I cut 4 by 3 inches, so we can get some good chunks out of there as well. And so I'm just going to kind of eye from the bottom that 1/4 inch that is kind of pleasing to the eye, kind of that nice natural mat there. And then from the top here, I'm going to do that same thing and just kind of do like a 1/4 inch from the top, and you'll see there's a strip here, and I'm not going to leave that blank, but I thought I can get more cuts if I cut this 2 and 3 inches and then leave this strip, because I wanted to cover it up anyway, regardless if it overlapped or not. And that's where just that little strip of the black glimmer paper comes in. So this I cut 4 inches by 3/4 inches, and I like the little sparkliness of it. And I'm just going to grab a couple glue dots here and put those on the back side on each edge. And so that way, with both of those glue dots, maybe will the camera pick it up there and there, that's going to give me a secure point to put this fun ribbon. So remember me using this last week. It is that fun black and white gingham ribbon from the holiday catalog. And I'm just going to take one little strip here and kind of just overlap that 4-inch piece here, and then I'm just going to press my ribbon into that glue dot on the back side, and then press that kind of around the front just so that it doesn't, I don't want to pull it, because then it's going to make that kind of ball up, and then just going to lay that down on the back side too. So we have the gingham ribbon going over top of the glimmer paper. And now with the ribbon, and it's not that big of a piece of paper, I pull in my heavier duty seal, and this is the Seal Plus. So usually I use seal. So I find it easier just to start from one end and pull towards the middle. And that kind of secures that ribbon right on to the back there too, and also gives it really good stickiness. And let's get the ribbon out of the way, and I can put that right down in that space there, like so. Got that going, and make sure that that's straight. Now to layer this, I'm going to do a double pop-up, so really quick and easy to give this some emphasis here. So I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 dimensionals just in the corners there, And then same with my pumpkin pie. So like I said, my whimsical stitched is about is 2.75 square, and then the pumpkin pie piece that I cut out to mat, that is 3 inches square, so 3 by 3. So I'm going to put this on top of there and then pull these off like so, and then we're almost done with the assembly part of it too. Okay, so that I'm just going to center. It should be pretty easy to center and make it straight with the different lines on there. So, hey, crazy cat. And so for my embellishment, I had, let's see, I'm gonna grab these. I had started to pull out the matte black dots, and I had put some of these like dot, dot, dot across the bottom, and then 1, 2, 3 there. But what was bothering me, and maybe the camera lighting won't pull this in, is the camera has this glimmer to it that sparkles. So when you hold up the card, it sparkles. And so I kind of felt like these matte black dots, they're matte, and it just wasn't fitting the card. Not that it looked terrible. So if you have these and go, that's what I'm going to use, that's totally fine. But I wanted something with a little sparkle, but not just rhinestones. And I went, oh my goodness, these were kind of almost hiding. I've been using them quite a bit lately, and I had them hiding with the last project that I had put together. So these are those cute stars adhesive back sequins. And so with that, then I can just pull up the bigger of the orange here and put that kind of in the corner like so. And then a small black one and put that one over here, and then do maybe a smaller orange one up here. So the colors match perfectly because it's pumpkin pie and black. I even think like the Highland Heather, that kind of looks silvery gray, would look just fine with it too. So that made it just come together because you can see the sparkle that is the iridescent of the stars, and then it matches better with that. And also the matte black dots, I was having to try and get those in different places here so that you could actually see them instead of blending in with the stripes. So that's how that comes together. Thank you, Karen. And then the last thing that I didn't do ahead of time, I'm just realizing, is the inside of my card. And I knew what I wanted to do. And I wanted, because the colors were definitely Halloween, I wanted to put have a perfect Halloween, but I forgot to put the stamp on my little block here. And so that I'm just going to put together just like impromptu. I have my little drawer right next to me with all of my acrylic blocks, like a whole ton of them, because I'm never one to make a card and put all my stamps away right away. So I have lots of stamps on acrylic blocks, and just for me it means efficiency to do that. Okay, so let me ink up the Have a Perfect Halloween and put that there like so. And I'm just really going to wing it here and put that spider on this. I think it would be kind of a fun follow through to put that same spider kind of peeking like so. Yeah, I didn't have this planned. I knew I kind of wanted that sentiment on there, but have a perfect Halloween, get it perfect like so. And then that I can just tape down for the inside like so. And sometimes people are like, you know, I don't send Halloween cards. Well, sometimes I don't necessarily go, oh, it's Halloween, let me make a whole stack of cards to send out to my friends. I think what I usually do, what ends up happening, thanks Julie, hi Dan, what usually ends up happening is I maybe need to send somebody something like a thinking of you card. This isn't maybe as serious as sometimes you just want to send a thinking of you and it happens to be around Halloween and it's not as serious thinking of you, or sometimes you need to send somebody money, or you have grandkids and you want to send them a special card. So sometimes if it's the week or months leading up to Halloween, that's when I send out these kind of cards too. So hopefully that'll give you some inspiration there too. So the clever cats, and like I said, they can be used besides Halloween too. I'm really excited to do some other things with that. So that is Kelly's card number 2 for her stamp party there, virtual stamp party. And what's kind Oh gosh, I thought I have to be careful when I'm switching my camera around. I really thought I just totally disconnected and was done with my video again. I did that the other day. So what's kind of fun about bringing you guys Kelly Muller's virtual stamp parties, Kelly moved. She used to live in Fairmont and now lives in Mankato. And so getting together with a bunch of friends might not be as easy with her move and such. And so this is a way to kind of keep everybody kind of connected in this fun, special way for her party too. So if you guys are interested in ordering, minimum $25 purchase will get you the 3 cards or projects that I'm making. Tomorrow will be card number 3 for Kelly, and then your order ships directly to you. Kelly gets the credit, and as a thank you from her and I, then the cards get mailed out to you as soon as I'm done crafting them. So if you have any questions, need any help ordering, please let me know. So take care, you guys. Have a great evening, and see you tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye.